Hello, welcome to this Kiwi Report tutorial. This tutorial is the first one of a set of two, and it's about the cycle feature in Kiwi Report. So I strongly recommend after you finish watching this one, please check the second part as well. So with Kiwi Report we can use cycles either to automate the creation of reports printouts either in PDF or XLS, and we're going to store these printouts in dedicated folders, so to say an intranet. Or otherwise we can use cycles to automate the distribution of reports to a list of recipients. So in this first part I'm going to show you how to use a cycle to generate reports and store them in folders. In the second part I'm going to show you how the same feature applies to automate the distribution of reports for mailing. Okay, so let's get started. This is the ClickView file that I'm going to use. Is basically a collection of data for a list of fictitious wines with the name of the winemaker and all their properties. These wines have been analyzed for some reasons. I'm going to show you the report that I created with Kiwi Report. This is how it looks. I'm going to preview. You see I got my wines and the name of the producer and the results of the lab analysis on these four columns. At the end I've added average values for all the wines in this little summary. Okay, what I want to achieve now using the cycle generated reports is I want to send a report to each and every one of the winemakers here, the producers, showing just the results of their wines. Okay, in order to do that I close my report here and I move on the report managers tab. This is the button that I need to click, is the report cycle, and I'm going to start a new cycle by clicking here. Okay, so what I'm going to call it lab analysis producers, and the cycle type is report. I'm going to show you how to use the cycle type for email in the second video of this set of two. So I don't need a template for my email as I'm not sending out any email, but I need to define an output path for my cycle generated reports. I'm going to use this demo folder here. Okay, I'm ready to start. I can save. So what happens now? I got my reports, the ones that I can use here on the left side of the screen, and in particular I got my wine report, which is the one that I want to use. In the middle part of the screen I have the name of the cycles that I have activated, and in particular the lab analysis producers, which is the one I'm going to use. So to connect the two, the only thing I need to do is to drag and drop my report under the cycle's name, and this does the trick. Then I decide which is the format that I intend to use. I'm going to stick to PDF. And I also need to activate selections because I need a field and the values of this field to perform the cycling feature. So I'm going to activate the selection, and as you can see now this part of the screen is active, so the QVW fields for my original ClickView file. I'm going to select producer, which is the field I want to work on. These are all the values under the field producer. What I'm going to do, I'm going to select them all with multiple selections, and I'm going to drag and drop my selection under the wine report's name. So I'm basically ready to start. I save, and after saving I can have Kiwi Report performing the cycle report, the cycle generated reports operation by just clicking on export test. So Kiwi Report is now going to create one report out of the same report structure for each and every one of the values in this field. So for each and every one of the winemakers in my list. A few more seconds and the operation is successfully finished. I'm going to check now in my directory. You see this was the demo folder that I have selected. This is the lab analysis producer cycle that I activated for this particular report. So I got a list of wines, a list of producers, and if I have done everything correctly, for example, Golden Grapes should only show the wines for this particular producer, and the average values calculated just for the wines of that particular producer. I'm going to confront them, for example, with sweet drinks, and clearly I got different numbers here. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and please check out the second tutorial in which I'm going to show you how to use the very same feature just for the distribution via email of your reports. Okay, thank you for watching.